Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Behind the Bunker. It is Monday night, and you are where you should be. Here at Kossuth Road Studios with us, we're going to be talking paintball for the whole night. And it's not just me. I have Gavin Sharma from TerraTech Industries.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Monday night, you know where you are. You are in your living room, or you are on some mobile device somewhere in the world. But make sure you hit that like, share, or start a watch party, because it's Monday. Let everybody else know what you're doing by watching Behind the Bunker.
Yeah. Joe Kimson, Flag Artist Paintball.
And greetings, and thanks for tuning in tonight to beautiful Behind the Bunker. Start a watch party. I'm wearing mine, so we're good to go. I'll turn you over to my friend and next door Behind the Bunker neighbor, Josh Zuby Zabrikas.
Yeah, buddy, back in the studio, and I am definitely not part of the IT department because I have no idea what's going on with my laptop. So,
is it still not going on there?
I just started, actually.
Okay,
as soon as I said that, all I had to do was restart it.
There you go. When in Rome, if something's not working, ladies and gentlemen, restart your computer and...
Or wait for Mount Vesuvius
unplug it, put it back in.
Yeah. So thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for tuning in. Friends is a good comment, because tonight we're talking about a bunch of things. We want to know if you guys have paintball friends, or if you have two sets of friends. One that you normally know and ones that are at the paintball field. So we're going to be talking to you guys about that a little bit later on in the show. And we're going to be trying to watch your comments tonight. So hit that like and share button. Let people know that we are live. Let's put that on there. All right, I'm going to go and start sharing this to everybody. Tonight on the show, we have an advice segment we're going to get to. We're going to feature some of your pictures of your pumps, some action shots. We asked for some great action shots, field action shots, and you guys have sent those in. Those are great. We also talked to you guys about your goggles. We want to talk about that tonight. What is your favorite pair of goggles? And I'm sure if we go around the horn, we're going to find some differences of opinion there. Price is Right. We have a snippet that hasn't been seen yet on the paintball documentary. If we get to that, we'll get to that later on. And also, we had the EMF out this weekend and had a quick shooting video. If we get a chance, we'll get to that. The last couple weeks, we had some technical issues. Every time we dropped a video in, we lost. So we think we got it sorted out. Knock on wood. We're going to try it, but we're going to wait on those videos for a little bit. So if you want to see those, stay tuned until probably the second half of the show. But as I say, if you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys get your, guess it's not registration, but buy your copy of the paintball, History of Paintball documentary.
That's right.
And we'll post up links for that during the course of the show. Speaking of paintball media, do you guys know that the online paintball media magazine is up and live? Check it out at paintball.media on anywhere that you guys get your social media. Specifically me, I found them on Facebook, and that's where I always link to them. Who's that handsome devil?
Not sure, but damn, is he sexy. Mask included.
Yeah, you know what? It sucks, ladies and gentlemen. We all have to wear masks this time, this day and age. But I'll ask Josh, because he's going to be different because he's got a beard. But one of the most comfortable masks that I found, we were talking about this before we went on air tonight. I don't know what it is about the Ruthless one, but it fits my face well. Joe has a different favorite one, but so far Gavin and I are we like that. We like that one.
Not that I want to... Okay, Josh, give me 2 seconds. Not that I want
whatever, it's your show.
Like, everybody's different, so I have spent...
Show.
At least he's acknowledging you.
In about, like our region now, it's a mandatory mask protocol. So you have to have masks going out. And I've spent about $200 on various different companies and masks. And I would agree, Todd, for me, the Ruthless ones fit and feel the best. And they have a little pocket for filter inserts as well. So right now, that's got my money in it. And I'm still floating around because I have to pick up some masks for my little person as well to return to school in September. But so far, so good in terms of the Ruthless products, and I picked up some extras for her as well. Fits her face, fits my face. So let me know what you guys are using, because I'm still shopping around as well to make sure I have one that is optimal comfort and that can sort of stay the whole course of the day versus having to remove it multiple times throughout the day.
Yeah, and it fits her, your daughter?
Fits her, fits me. I mean, we have very similar faces, right? So,
well, let's hope so.
She may be related to me. So.
Every time I see her, I always ask her if my mail's still coming today.
She can be really upset that you're talking about her mustache again.
A little bit, yes. Yes, it gets caught in her goatee. So, how do you solve that problem, Josh? What are you using?
I have a full wrap that I got while combing the desert for my friend Doug.
We ain't found shit.
You stepped all over me.
It's ACU. I've had it for quite some time actually, but it's you see the ad on Instagram all the time for that SA face shields where like you buy one and get 5 for free or something. It's not from that. It's from the old Spec Ops company, I believe. Not the paintball one. There was a military one. It's a full face shield. I wear that because the Ruthless ones, however nice and comfortable, do not accommodate such large beards, and they pull my ears forward.
So can I ask a question? And pardon my ignorance on this, but I see people walking in and out of the stores with just a big plastic. Looks
Yeah.
like they're going to do some
The
welding.
shields, yeah.
So
Yeah.
so how is that legal? Because okay, I understand if you cough and hack in the regular one, it'll sort of catch it and you'll whatever. But the plastic one, there's a lot of
Correct.
open area around.
It's better than not, but having a mask on your face is still far superior than the shield. So for those people who are unable to wear a mask, it's a better alternative, right? So at least they're doing their part to keep others safe as well. But the mask, as tight a seal as possible to prevent those droplets from getting out, is the best recommended course of action.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it sucks that we all have to wear them. It honestly does. But at least the Ruthless one for me is a little bit easier.
Hi.
Sorry, I just finished sharing everything. I shared to all my favorite places. So if you guys are watching at home,
I haven't shared yet because I've been acknowledging our friends on the internet.
Very good. And I have been sharing and not acknowledging what Gavin and Josh have been saying.
No, it's fine. You know, why
Quite honestly.
why start now, Todd? It's only 8 years into the show. Why listen?
Yeah, no kidding. Sorry, I did honestly step away because by the time I shared it, everyone, So there
All
we
right,
go,
so
ladies
not a
and
mask,
gentlemen.
not a mask show, but Ruthless has been very kind to us in the past. So, let us know in the chat what you guys are using. But this is a paintball show, so let's talk a little bit about paintball.
Yeah. What about NAM? Bring on the game, or be the game, NAM Tour of Duty, guys, this weekend by Mission Masters. If you guys want to head over to Three Rivers Paintball Park for some fun, this is a behind the bunker sanctioned game. Get on it. Get registered now.
And team tags.
And team tags will be there. Nice. Roger Weiber. Make sure you say hello if you're there. This was a Instagram post by Under Industries, and I have to be honest with you, it's terrible, but I love it. It says me.
It's not too soon. Come on.
It's only been 40 years, right? Yeah. For those watching at home, this is, it says me, says, watch your head, home has a lane on you, and it says my teammate, and it shows JFK.
Nothing awesomer than explaining memes on an audio.
Well, I feel bad because most of you guys watch or listen on a podcast.
Like,
so
what's
I don't
happening? What's happening?
And here's a picture of a naked woman. So there you go. Yeah.
Todd, that's just you in a bikini.
Oh. Yeah.
I was about to say that's the nakedest woman I've ever seen, but
I was just in the pool and it was
Gavin
cold.
ruined it.
Sorry, Josh. Let me know when you want to be funny, at least once a year. Just put a light on or something.
I told you, at Halloween only.
Yeah. Advice from idiots, ladies and gentlemen. We ask you guys every week to send in some questions for
Had
us
to be
where we
funny.
can give you guys some advice. There's a bunch of them today. I don't know how many we'll get to, but why don't we get to Jordan Smits?
Let's get to the getting.
Let's get
He
busy.
says, "What do I need to buy to wear to play paintball?" So let's not talk about like goggles because we'll be talking about that shortly. Let's
Sure.
talk about what should we advise this fellow to get if he's going to play paintball. That's a loaded question, and let's just assume that he is playing traditional paintball.
Okay.
What should he spend his money? What should he blow his wad on?
100%. I think the first purchase would have to be sturdy, comfortable footwear and a great sock. So
Yeah.
building from the ground up. And from there, it just depends on what's accessible to you and what you can afford. Obviously, it's advantageous for you to be able to, if you're playing woods ball or scenario ball, to blend into your environment. So picking up camouflage that is suitable to your playing area or terrain, or something that can be done over multiple seasons too.
Yeah.
So I'd say a good BDU pants. That's typically what I use. You can also purchase the paintball pant too if you want to spend the extra money, because that usually affords you some better padding and movement for the sort of the dynamic sport. So from the ground up, and whether it's a pack or a T-shirt or a BDU jacket, just whatever one you can afford that's going to blend into your environment. But also, you don't have to break the bank, right? Look
Yeah.
around what you have in your closet that you don't mind getting dirty. Something that you use to exercise as
Like
well,
Tom Cruise.
like like Tom
Yeah.
Cruise. But as long as it's not bright neon, unless
don't
you're going
get
for that
that.
effect, unless you're looking for that, you want to be able to stand out. But if you want to blend into the environment, just look around what you have.
Yeah.
So you don't have to actually go out and get anything paintball specific. But think about like a surplus store or a thrift store. You can pick up some good kit. That'll help you blend in your environment. You don't have to worry
Yeah.
about destroying it.
Well, before we ask Josh what his thoughts are, Mike Holstrom says, back left, grassy knoll. Well done. George Hay says, Crocs and leggings. That just got
true.
him banned. Bye-bye. Thank you, George.
But that's also what got him top #1 fan.
It sure did.
Now you're sending mixed signals.
Just kidding.
Now, he's the only model in our calendar. Every month is George Hay in a
George
seductive
Hay,
pose.
That's right.
That's right. Mike Holstrom says, good knee pads. The corners are rough on the knees. They absolutely are. And, yeah. Josh, we'll get to you and Joe. What do you guys think? We're watching you guys in the live chat, so make sure you put your comments up.
My BDU pants have a pocket inside them that I can slide a foam knee pad into them, so that's good. And I can take out the wash. So I just leave it in all the time, and it's if I have to kneel down on unfavorable or uneven ground, then I have a knee pad built in.
But we're also, Joe, all of us in the studio are at that age where we're not running and sliding anymore into bunkers.
It's funny, you know.
Well, not on purpose.
We're at the field and
Yeah.
I get these 40-something-year-old parents going, "Oh, I'm too old to play paintball," and I'm looking at you, man. I got like 10 years on you, and
Yeah.
I'm still playing.
But you could still be an effective player. You don't have to be that kid that
Oh, you
runs
correct.
and slides.
Correct.
I mean, but as Joe says, a great pair of knee pads are great for when you're lying on. When you're kneeling behind a crate and there just happens to be that one sharp
Yeah, there's
rock sticking up.
pebbles or something.
Or
Yeah.
shin pads as well. Like if you have a great integrated knee and shin pad I find for me is helpful because I always bang my shins off of like logs and stuff like that as I'm running around or crawling. Or
Yeah.
Seb says my mic is off.
That's better.
Oh,
Now I
okay.
can hear
There
you.
we go.
Oh, I had it twisted. Oh dear, sorry, Seb.
We
Seb.
oh, sorry, Seb. The compression on his channel was turned way up.
Yes.
So there, now it's back to normal.
That's funny.
Joshua.
Josh.
I always say never underestimate the importance and quality of life item known as a good pair of Under Armour compression shorts. There are your undergarments that go underneath your clothes. Often they have a pocket in the front for a cup, a little bit of added protection. But that wicks moisture away, keeps you nice and cool, it keeps any chafing from going on, and keeps you happy, you and the boys happy all day, every day. And also
Every
works
day.
well for female players who, don't want to avoid some rubbing between the thighs and excessive heat and stuff. So
That sounds fantastic.
it's that's later.
Oh
after show.
boy.
But always Under Armour shorts. Always, always, always.
Yeah, I will agree with Josh. Something that doesn't bind and twist in your groindle region
Yes.
is very important, and make sure that you guys are wearing some sort of monkey balm, runner's
Anti-monkey
glide,
bond or
something.
gold bond or something. Yeah.
But,
Yeah, because there's nothing worse than a day of chafing. I'm going to go kind of not necessarily against, but on the opposite side of Joe and Gavin. The BDUs are great; they look great and they're functional. I'm
Todd
not
wants floppy footwear.
No. If you can't afford a pair of tournament paintball pants, just wear pants that have like elastic in them, right? So that when you're bending down, or when you're crawling, or when you're
Stretch.
crouched down, that they stretch. That way they're comfortable. And don't wear track pants because they don't breathe. I have a pair of jeans from 511 that have elastic built in them, and
Okay.
they're very malleable. Those are comfortable if you have to wear a pair of jeans. Like if you, let's face it, guys getting into the sport that may not have the money and don't want to buy all that
Precisely,
stuff.
yep.
Let's talk about that. Like wear a pair of just shitty pants that you have that are comfortable. I know no one's going to want to hear this, but I have an old pair of Lululemon pants that has like paint stains on them from painting the house and stuff, and they're comfortable.
Paint
You don't paint
stains.
your house.
But you know what I mean? Like those would be good because you know that they'll breathe. They'll be comfortable, and yeah, you may not look the coolest. And let's be honest, like you're not going to fit in. You're not going to be the camouflage guy, and you'll be seen. But at the same token, you're comfortable and you can play in them, right? And you want something baggy enough that your knee pads underneath are going to fit on them.
But-
Don't wear your knee pads on the outside, please, please, please.
And whatever you do, don't get corduroy. They can hear you coming.
Yes. Another tip that Gavin likes: put a half full package of Tic Tacs in your pocket.
Correct. For stealth mode.
Yeah, Mike Holstrom says Spanx.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good. Diapers. Like diapers.
What are
okay.
Spanx?
Sorry, I thought you were saying wear diapers. What else are we missing, guys? Oh, cup.
What are Spanx?
Do you guys wear a cup? Any of you guys wear a cup?
No.
And I'm not
No.
trying to jinx you, but
I did early on in the game because quite concerned about it. And I used to when I was repping, I would wear a cup, but right now I just drape a towel,
yeah.
like a golf towel over the nether region, and you're good.
I would wear a cup if I was reffing on a full time for sure. Or you're right, a heavy towel. But how do you play without?
With hurting yourself. Some plate
you
carriers
guys
and some
talking about?
vests have a little pouch or a little piece that hangs down over
Yes,
your,
like
over
almost
your,
like a fanny pack.
like
yeah.
a fanny
Yeah.
pack.
I have a large piece that
Kind
hangs
of
down.
like the old Vents goggles had the chin guard that hung down.
It's called the groin guard.
something.
GG, groin guard.
Where are
I
they?
don't know what the heck's going on with Matt.
There's a pair of old Vance goggles right behind Joe to illustrate his point.
Yeah, but I don't have the chin strap hanging
I have
off.
one
but
in
I
my
took
back.
it off.
I have one in my back seat of my car. The
Why?
cocky ruined my chin guard.
So no one's explained to Josh what Spanx are.
No, I asked like
girls
3
wear-
times and everybody
Sucks
ignored
everything in.
Girls wear them
They're like girdles.
You put them in and they pull in all your businesses.
Oh, Josh is pretending he doesn't know what Spanx is.
As he sits up
No,
all
I
straight.
think I know what they are now. I was like,
Oh, you
fucker.
mean my posture clothing.
Yeah, I just
My wife got it for me.
when I want to wear my good jeans.
There's a hashtag. What Spanx are?
Yeah. Matt Paintballski, I think that's his real name, says towel is the best for reffing tournaments. Absolutely. If you have a towel in your groindle region and then a towel that just kind of
Towels.
you can kind of shield your arm as you're running in for players. That's usually.
I
That's
don't
usually not a bad
understand
idea.
why you guys don't wear a cup.
Because
I don't get it.
maybe I've only worn one type of cup, but I picture them as those hard plastic things.
Yep.
And if I feel that if I'm running or if I crouch down or do some weird thing, it's going to turn,
Dude,
twist.
have you not seen the new ones from Shock Doctor? They've got like a carbon fiber front. It's
Damn, I
all
was
rubber
just on
edges
their
all
website
around.
today.
They're flexible. Like it's phenomenal.
No,
Like
Oh,
no, there's like
All right.
I wear my. I don't even notice.
I don't even need them, and I wear them.
I got
Sorry,
it on right now, and I don't even notice.
Shock
With your
Doctor.
Spanx?
No, no.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
there- is there a
Shock Doctor
Spanx
actually makes steel
Clearly not
toes
wearing Spanx.
for Crocs too. A carbon fiber cover to go over your Crocs to protect your toes.
Matt, you can come over to my computer. Is
What's
Not
wrong?
yet. There we go.
is that what you're talking about? Shock. No,
What the hell?
That's a,
it's on the front page of the
that's a
website.
mouth guard, you barbarian.
What is that? It looks like a
Body part.
This one right here. Look, Shock Doctor Ultra Pro Carbon Flex Fiber Cup for sports.
Okay, I'm scrolling.
All right.
They have a mask.
This is getting serious. This is going to be really great for the audio tomorrow.
No,
Look, there's
okay.
even a camouflage
there's a
one.
camouflage one.
But if you
can-
drop it, you can never find it again.
That's it. Yeah.
Hey, look, they sell cod pieces. Nice.
Warn up.
So whatever. So good. Yeah. So there you go, guys. If you're looking for a source for a good groindle region protection device,
Take a look at that.
there you go.
I would start off with buying a good pair of sturdy footwear and then go from there because you have a multi-use.
Yeah. There you go. What else do people need? We talked about footwear. Any sort of good sturdy footwear, as he said. What else? Gloves. You know what works really good is those really thin mechanics gloves that look like they're dipped in rubber.
Called Fast Fit.
Is that what they are, Joe? They just fit in rubber. They're like $1 at the Home Depots and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking
That's
about.
good.
Yeah,
for
a
our-
lot of guys are wearing those. I don't know how much protection they give you if you get a hand hit, but yeah. All right. Well, why don't we move on? Should we move on to another question? Do you guys have any
Yes,
other
sir.
final thoughts?
No.
Okay.
go.
Cameron Digg says, "What is the best?" Oh, here we go. What is the best camo to wear if I play only in the forest? Joe, I'm going to let you start on that one.
Where in the world are you, my friend?
Yeah, whereabouts are you? What kind of forest? Traditional woodland is good in the forest. I would be a fan of multicam tropic, tiger stripe, or just normal multicam would be okay.
What about all the digital stuff? Is that any good?
The Marpat is okay, but I would be more inclined to go with multicam tropic. It would be my bet. If I was only going to buy one set of camouflage that I would wear everywhere, I would just buy plain multicam.
And I would go multicam, regular multicam, or the ACP Scorpion, which is the knockoff, or something like what is it? Like the Highlander, the Cryptek stuff. It's like fantastic, but yeah, I would just go with more browns and greens though. For
Matt Paintballski, and for some reason I take him that he's a pro. He says Terrapat in the Midwest would be good.
yeah,
ACU says Nebnella. Yeah.
It really depends on the region you're in.
Yeah.
Right?
ACU is weird when it works.
And if you're in the what region? I forget. Carry on.
While you're thinking, Roger Weber makes a comment. I'm not really sure why he's doing this, but he says diving on someone's cup sucks.
You're not supposed to dive on someone else's cup.
Yeah, maybe I'm not reading that right.
I hope not.
Planet Eclipse HDE is amazing in Woodland, sends John Jones. Okay, so the HDE is great, and that's what's directly behind
Similar
me.
to that, yep.
Yeah, some slacker team called the Sandbaggers use that on their jersey. The other one that's really good, I don't have it within arm's reach, is the Rhodesian camo.
Yeah.
I have to say, every time I see a picture, I know they're staged, and I know they're kind of whatever, but it looks like that is like the best camouflage for that region, wherever they're playing in England there. But yeah, nice to see you, John Jones. He's watching all the way from merry old England.
Nice.
Josh, I didn't ask you about your camouflage. I see you wearing tiger stripe. Is that what you...
actually wearing tiger stripe shorts right now? Tiger stripe is by far my favorite.
Which pattern though? Just regular original pattern.
Yeah. I'm really growing on the new all-terrain tiger stripe, the TT that
TFR
wears
buddy.
at our local
I
field.
like that.
It's great stuff. Imagine tiger stripe, but with ACU colors.
It's the same colorways as multicam,
nice.
actually.
Same colorways, and with the vertical striping pattern, it is more disruptive as well. So if you're actually slowly moving through some bush, it's harder for eyes to fix on you.
Yeah.
Hey, and the Taiwanese, I don't know if you've seen it or not, but the Taiwanese Marine Corps is now wearing a new updated color scheme of tiger stripe, but the stripes are shorter.
Oh, where was that pattern made?
Probably Taiwan.
Hey, Lisa Weaver, going back to the previous topic,
I don't
says
think it'd be China. They'd be kind of pissy about that.
a nice neck protector and bandana around your neck helps for people that are looking for things to wear.
Shema.
Michael A. Fisher, you don't have to be so polite here, says, I used to love cheap BDUs.
Yeah.
Robert Hansen agrees with tiger stripe. Chica Estrada says ghillie suit. And Mike Holstrom agrees again. Nothing wrong with tiger stripe. And there we go. Oh, Neb Nella says ACU matches plywood.
I pretend to stand.
And pretend to stay in plywood.
So there we go. And Raid Kovakovic is joining us. How are you, Raid?
Hey,
Where's Raid?
Yeah. He's
pronounced Rade.
he's at home right now
Rade.
trying to
Rade.
redesign the Croatian flag. So
He's actually, is he Croatian? I don't think he is.
to the motherland, sir. All right, well, why don't we move on? That's great. If you guys have any questions for a bunch of idiots and want to have advice from idiots, send it in, and hopefully we'll try to get you guys on the show. We have goggles I wanted to talk about. So we asked you guys at home, and I want to see kind of in the chat if you guys didn't get a chance to answer on social media. And some of you guys have sheets, some of you guys don't. But we wanted to ask what your favorite goggles were. We're talking about what to wear. Well, let's talk about goggles specifically. You have one pair to choose from. What is that going to be, Gavin? What do you got?
On my sheets or what I like?
Screw what you like. Let's see what the sheets say.
All right. So the first one comes to us from Robert Martinez, and he says his push It's a game changer. Rampage PB says his die I4s.
Yeah.
Shane Free says his Extreme Rage 2020s.
God, with the built-in fan.
I
Yep.
think he's trolling us.
No, he says included fan keeps my eyeglasses from fogging most days. So if he's not in the dead box because everybody heard him coming, then
I was going to say, I don't think he heard the question.
so,
He's got tinnitus.
Steve Preskill says his ProFlex, always his ProFlex.
Jason,
Matt got it. There you go, Matt.
Jason Howland
Nice.
says Vents Predators. I wish they would make some again. Colin Perrin, ProFlex for life. Mark Woods, the Flex Gang. Michael Robert Mohalani, currently CMDs.
That was a mouthful.
It was a mouthful. Trevor Dalish, Push All Day. Cameron Noble, I Rock the Grill and the Casbar. George Harrismup, JT Proflex. Ryan Burke, a big fan of CMD. And Christopher Richard, Flex 7. Another guy said CMD, but then we ran out of ink.
Raid Kovacevic says, "Hi, Joe Kimson." Well, screw you, Raid. There's 3 other people in the studio here.
That does too, right?
Yeah. Neb Nellis says ProFlex. Mike says ProFlex. I think ProFlex is gonna.
There's really
is gonna
two
win this.
paintball players, 2 types of paintball players in the world. Those who have wore ProFlexes and those who have not.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes. Well, once you go ProFlex, you never go back because there's no reason to.
Yeah.
I have an interesting comment here from AES.Miller. If only I could get a pair of angel eyes and be allowed to wear them. Let me explain something to you about those angel eyes, and Todd knows exactly what I'm talking about. Matt knows what I'm talking about. Those goggles were not designed to be worn by human beings because they did not fit anybody.
Sorry, which goggles again?
The angel eyes.
Yes.
They looked cool, but they were extraordinarily uncomfortable, and they were very, very weird.
I wish. Yeah. Sorry, my toner ran out. I wish
okay.
that I had a better picture than with the eyes on, because I don't want people thinking that I actually enjoyed those. They were terrible. That was the most impractical lens. You don't need a lens that only 90% of it is actually what you're looking through. The rest like go up the half the side. Like
people
a bunch
think they're
of,
that big. On the inside, they were actually only about 1.5 inches field of, like, looking port to look through, I guess is what you'd say. Like, they were not practical at any
Robert
time.
Hansen, sorry to interrupt, but I want to get to this. Robert Hansen says the UZ clip in glasses didn't like the I4, so he's back to the JT.
Huh.
Oh.
And then Christopher Delicious Pringle says Todd finally got to try out the old UZ's prescription goggle inserts. Little getting used to them, but absolutely love them.
Nice, okay.
Yeah. So they were able to put Coke bottle bottoms in those glasses for you? That's good. And Chica Stratus says the Raven mask. Come on.
Now that's just trolling.
Please
Chica.
don't tell me you like the Raven mask. Yeah, if you wore your Raven mask, that means you have to be using the
Spider Extra.
Spider Extra, but with what barrel?
Ramrod?
The Ramrod.
Oh, nice, yeah. That would be respectable.
Yeah.
Tommy Tuamala says his Bio XS.
Oh, yeah.
Robert Kinsella says his grills are Pro Axis. And then Jacob Burton says it is a cross between his E-Flex and Pro Flex.
Descendant 71 says my KLR.
They're going to rock you.
Yeah. Neb Nelson's JT, hashtag JT ProFlex.
Ancients of Moo.
I got a couple for I3 and I4.
Is it 3 a.m. already?
Martin Lavori 583 says grills.
Grills, yeah.
I've been wearing grills a lot lately, actually. Just because we got them for free.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a couple for push. But that's infamous paintball, so I think they're kind of
No, they're so famous, they're infamous.
infamous. That's what I said, infamous paintball. Push all day.
So someone shared...
We should create a goggle called pull.
Yeah.
It'd be the worst goggle you could wear. The opposite of push.
Someone shared Steve Martin's post today, and it was just him that laid out the Three Amigos outfit on the floor. I thought that was great. Just sort of a reminder.
Is there another one coming up, please?
I wish. Could you imagine if they redid it? Be a lot of grunting and groaning between dance sets, though. All right, well, let's go around the horn. Let's talk
There's
about...
no way you could make that movie in Hollywood again, though.
No, that's true.
Just make it in Mexico.
It was in Mexico.
Yeah. New Mexico.
Santa Poco.
Let's go around the horn. Let's talk about give your few favorites, but then narrow down your best and your worst. And I'll start. I'll give you. I liked the i3s from Dye. Those used to be one that I liked. I liked anything ProFlex. That's one of my go-tos. The grills, I have a pair. At first, I'll be honest with you, I wore them for the first couple times. I didn't really like them, but then they grew on me, and I got really used to them, and I think they're one of my favorites. So I'm going to say grills is my favorite, and I'm going to say my worst goggle, and you might agree with me or disagree with me, is the Sly Profits. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, their ear cushions were so thick you couldn't hear.
You
out
prefer
of them,
the Echo 2020s over the Sly Profits?
Well, at least the Echo 2020s I could hear the fan.
They were pretty low
Or
profile.
turn
too.
the fan. The Echo 2020s weren't bad. Like there's a pair right behind Joe. If you look at them, they're really not that bad. They're not that much bigger.
They
There's
have
no
some
style
foam
to them.
and soft armor.
Yeah, there's no style to them, but they fit. And look at I don't know, Joe. Can you show them the nose piece?
Yeah.
On the inside?
Oh yeah, there's this big.
So it's I show like face it the other way. Like yeah. So no back.
What do you want?
No, like turn it upwise. Like turn it up. so
Turn
they
your
can see
main
the
finger upwards.
Yeah, there you go. So see that extra crap they have at the bottom? Most guys just rip that out. I left those in to keep it OG original, but basically it just made you talk like this. It put so much pressure on your nose.
Yeah, but you know what? Extreme Rage, which was PMI at the time, did a study on the way voice is carried in airball fields, and higher pitched sounds carried better, so they had the foam in to allow the sounds of their players' voices to carry. It's true
That's
life.
why the Extreme Rage team all sound like a bunch of prepubescent teenagers.
That's right, but they won. Not
So there
using
you
the
go.
Omen.
John Jones has whippersnappers with no ear protection.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, Josh, give me a couple of your faves and then your best and worst.
All-time favorite is the JT Flex 8. It fit my face perfectly. I loved it. It was snug. It was comfortable.
Flex 8.
I never had the one with the full head thing, though, and I kind of wish I did,
I can get you
just
one.
for the sake of...
They have them now, Josh.
Do they really?
Yeah, they're available.
I did not know that.
Yeah, they still sell them for
must
sure.
have missed
Yeah, we
But
can
they
get
would
one.
be 1,000,000 degrees.
And then
They'd be hot.
I've got probably 13 Pro Flexes in multiple colors, ears, straps, etc., 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 and 2 pairs of grills. And I find the grills quite nice. And worse, definitely the Angel Eyes.
yeah.
And I had a pair of i3s. Did not like them.
I have a
I
yellow
found
pair
that
in the
they
box.
You
I found that
Dr.
they
Seuss.
pushed on my ears like far too much, and I found them rather uncomfortable. If we were doing a field day, like a work day out at the field, and you could take the bottoms off and the ears off, and you're doing construction off like 3 fields over, they were great. But it's the second you put everything else on, I didn't like them. So Angel Eyes and i3s, I'd say, are at least comfortable. I'll call them not. They were great masks. They weren't garbage by any stretch of the imagination, but just not for me.
Kyle Swenson in the chat says the Sly goggles that I deem to be the worst. He says were comfortable at first, but after about 15 minutes, it put a lot of pressure on your ears.
Then made them bleed.
Yeah.
Like when your mom's nagging you.
You could only wear the Sly Profits long enough that as soon as your blood started trickling out your nose, you had to take them off. Otherwise, you're going to sustain permanent damage. Yeah. Joe, what are your tops and worst?
You know, I think my least favorite are the avatars. They were hot and they didn't have a lot of vents, so they were warm, but they were soft. But I think they goggle really. I like the Vents Predator, and I would still wear it if the lenses were okay. But I think my favorite goggle was the JT Whippersnapper because it took me from Norton 180 safety glasses, Uvex 9300, and at the time I was wearing squash goggles because they fit a little better. Those elevated my comfort level and my play back in the day, and I didn't have to put cam stick on anymore when I was playing because the Whippersnapper had the little plastic motocross guard. So I think that was the game changer, and we're talking late 80s for the JT Whippersnapper. That's probably my favorite.
What's your worst?
I don't know. I guess the Avatar or the vent. Not
Oh,
the
the Avatar.
The Avatar. What was the other? The Vents. Not the Vents Predator, but the
Events.
Events.
Yeah.
Events.
They were just clunky.
They were kind of clunky.
Yeah.
Those big plastic cases they came in, I would say they're clunky.
Yeah, someone could shoot you with a bazooka full of paintballs, and it would just bounce off your plastic, and you wouldn't even feel it. Yeah. I was thinking about the Sly Profits, too. Another good plus for those would be a wintertime game. Because you wouldn't need to wear a toque. All that padding around your head, like...
They were double strapped.
Oh, that's right. The hell do you need a double strap for on those goggles?
It was the style of the time.
Oh, that's right. That's when you were wearing the onion around
As
your
was
belt.
the style.
Dwayne King says the I-4s were too small for his melon head.
They were small.
Yeah, they were beautiful goggles. They needed to take it up about 20%. Like hit zoom on print. Yeah. Gavin, what about you?
Search yourself there.
So it's what I still currently use. My Spectras, orange Spectras for reffing, which I love. And then for playing, it's a toss-up between what I can find, what's clean, is the grills.
Yeah.
And the only deficit of the grills is how deep it dips down on the forehead. And that's always whenever I wear it, I get the unicorn.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a little exposed.
But my ultimate favorite, which I absolutely love, is my E-Flex.
Yeah.
So I love.
I didn't even mention
it's
that.
It's very spectral-like. We got the whole flexible bottom, but the lens change is immaculate and very, very quick. Unless you're like Josh, you can do his Spectras in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
For me, with my nipple fingers and sore fingers, it's
Did you say nipple fingers?
nipple fingers. So that's it.
But your Spectras, the longer you've had them, the easier and faster they are to
Yep.
change. Like I can put some of my older ones, I can put them on fairly quickly as well. Your orange reffing Spectras, though,
Yes.
you will never lose those because with JT still continuing their line, you can buy new everything and
Correct.
just replace them. So
I've
that
done-
one will be a forever. That'll be your forever goggles.
With the exception of the actual front face shield, the goggle part of it, I've replaced everything: straps, air armor, goggles, obviously lenses. But that's been around for a while. And my worst, we just talked about, was the events. And why I hated them was because it didn't absorb any sound. So it was just a loud chamber of, just bouncing off, and you couldn't hear anything. So you'd begin to scream to teammates, and you'd get yourself deaf. If you're firing close to your goggle system, it would just travel. It didn't absorb any of the sound, so it's just really, really loud, and you end up like ears bleeding and screaming by the end of the day.
That's the one thing
The
I
one-
wish I could
one
change
thing-
about the grills.
I forgot
The
one
grills
set
are
of
loud.
goggles that I did not like that were big and clunky. The JT Proteus.
Oh my goodness!
yeah.
If anybody used those,
What about
but you can adjust the ears.
What
I'm not
about
even
the-
sure that was a mask.
No.
Was it the V-Force Morph or the V-Force Shield? One of those I liked and one I didn't.
The shield had hard plastic, whereas the morph had
Yeah.
like a
Soft plastic.
softer.
But in the early stages, the shields and the morphs had that chin guard
Yep.
that was inside that would come down when you bent. It would tuck inside. It was quite innovative.
Yeah. Hey, Mike Holstrom says, what, no love on the Spire Vios? I'll be honest with you, I've tried them on. I've never played with them. They're okay. I just find the cost of them a little out of my comfort zone. I would rather spend $100 Canadian on a pair of E-Flex, which I know are going to work. There's been events where I've gone to and my mask has been destroyed in travel, so I bought a mask. Like at Super Game, the first one we went to, I had to buy a mask. And I just went and picked up one that was an E-Flex because I know it would fit. I know they're comfortable, and they were awesome. Same with the CMD. Just way overpriced.
What's the CMD? Is that the gun?
Bunker Kings?
Oh, the Bunker Kings.
Yeah, they're just way overpriced for what they are. And like the what's the other one? I'm sorry, KLRs. Again, overpriced for what they are. I mean, but also, guys, you have to take into consideration that we all have different faces. It's whatever you guys find comfortable, and regionally too. JT's very prominent up where we are because we all love it, and but maybe where you guys are, that's the goggle of choice in your area.
I don't think I've ever met anybody that says they have a pair of JT Pro Flexes or Spectres or whatever and say they don't like them.
True.
If you people, I think, harp on the goggle change because it's really truly the only thing about it you can harp on.
Yeah.
I think, in my humble, honest opinion.
No, for sure. They run many discounts and specials on Bunker Kings and Vio products. I get that, but where we are in Canada, I don't know.
By the time you ship it up here,
Yeah.
the first strike goggles okay. There's a lot of people that wear those.
What's that?
Oh, actually, they're push.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the push ones.
Yeah, push are
The
great,
custom,
for sure.
They had 2 custom colors, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
They look sharp. The push ones were nice. We had one in the studio, right?
Yeah, it's behind Joe.
Sent us one.
John Jones with a question. What do you do about fogging, particularly if you wear glasses?
None of your goddamn business,
That's right.
John.
Push.
This is your problem. None of us are wearing goggles. Or I guess I'm wearing glasses.
That one.
That's a good question. Gavin, you wear glasses when you play, don't you?
No, I did, and I couldn't, even with the fan systems that were on the market at the time. So at the time it was JT, and I actually had to switch over to contact lenses, and I was able to. My eyes were able to accommodate that.
Nice.
So the UZ system, I guess. A couple of people in the chat had mentioned about it.
Yeah.
But if you find a safe anti-fog system, and what was that one we got from Extravaganza?
X-Fog?
No, little container. Hold on. So that works
It
quite
was
well.
heroin?
That works quite well. So I just pulled it up. I just sent it to.
When we were at Extravaganza in Memphis, we got scared.
Yeah, it's
Scared.
Okay, so the lens cleaner is Z Clear Premium Lens
Yes.
Cleaner.
Yeah.
Z Clear Lens Cleaner. So take a look for them on the intranet, and I found that to be quite good.
Yeah, same with Fog Doc. The guys up at Fog Doc, I've always enjoyed. I think you could give them a try. But if you have to wear prescription glasses, I would try the UZ. It is expensive, but on the same token, why spend money to play paintball if you can't see what you're shooting? I don't know how bad your glasses are, but that would certainly be something to try. And there are goggles better for people that wear glasses too.
Any of the vents, the JT Spectra, those
The grills, if you have a smaller pair, like what Joe's wearing, his glasses would fit in a grill.
But we have a lot of students that come out and they require a large format frame, and the best rental goggle, clearly is the JT X-ray. Gavin is laughing. The JT X-ray,
Which you can't get anymore.
which you can't get anymore because they killed it.
Joe just likes to tell you some things that are good that you can't get anymore just to screw with you.
Well-
I would like to get an X-ray. Oh, you can't get them. Yeah. Hey, can I tell you guys about something? Can we move on for
Yeah,
just
please,
a
tell me
second here,
something.
guys?
Oh, God,
Whatever, it's
yeah,
your show.
Did you know that
shit.
Planet Eclipse guys have more championships, new mechanical markers, new electrodes, new territory, including the new MagFed division? New, in case you didn't hear that word. Get Planet and take on the world.
Wow, and the world's greatest players, photographers, and expected parents need the best coverage, most vivid colors, and biggest selection. They pull a tab on an EG product. Hashtag Pop Smoke.
Thick, welded seams, stainless steel hardware, multiple color options make Aerops the #1 choice for inflatables on and off the field. They're made in America by Brent and his team. Aerops.com.
Dreams fade, but ruthless paintball products, color sublimation, and craftsmanship never die on or off the field. Ruthless will keep you fresh. Use the promo code BTB15 for 15% off all your orders.
Adapt, create, and win. Exalt is in our blood. Make your game boil. Get Exalt. Available worldwide.
From the beginning, you stumbled down a rocky cliff, or you waded chest deep through a mosquito-infested bog. Now, whether you are sliding into a snake or running and gutting, GI Sports has the gear for you. Now with the new Stormer.
DLX Technology, ladies and gentlemen. They are true innovators in the industry with some of the lightest, fastest, and sleekest hardware in paintball. DLX has the power to get you to the podium.
This is a Huey. Since 1969, Altama has put more boots on the ground than any other DoD supplier. Make the military's choice yours. Get your feet into Altama Original SWAT today. Hashtag sturdy footwear.
Putting the power back in your paintball. Never miss a shot with Ninja. Ninja supplies regs, remotes, and recharge systems to the top teams and players in the sport. Don't be left behind. Get Ninja. I don't know why I couldn't say that. That's weird.
Guys, feel free to tag your favorite sponsor in the live chat. That would definitely help us out. And Glenn says there is a company that makes lenses that sits inside your mask that you can get your subscription or prescription. It's UZ, like the YOUZEE, UZ. Very cool. Check that out if you guys are looking for it. action shots. We ask you guys to send in some of your favorite action shots. And let me see if I can find them loaded up somewhere.
No one can speak good tonight. What's going on?
No, I tried speaking as well, and it's not working. So, who's got the action shots? Gavin,
Joe does.
Joe's got the action shots. So, what we asked you guys to do is send in some of your favorite action shots of yourselves playing, and we kind of picked the best ones that we thought, and we're going to play the first 10 today, and for the next couple of weeks, we'll do well.
We have a plethora.
Yeah, and if you guys are if you guys are listening to us on our podcast, check out our show, and you guys can scroll back.
So this
and
is
check them out.
Nathan Adams. He is standing prone behind his friend who is crouching, and it looks like they're in maybe a birch tree, or there almost looks like Spanish moss hanging from the trees. Kind of cool. Mike Turner.
I like your hearing impaired description terms.
Well, Mike Turner's playing somewhere, and he's
dodge
this. Christian Jokner is with his friends, and looks like they're on a tree line, and they're advancing. It could be.
That's a great picture.
Could be in the winter. Damon Dolph Lundgren is attacking with his mag-fed shooter. He looks like he's advancing. He has a radio pack. Zach Pierce
looks like a TMC, and look at the veins going through his arms,
his
are as if he's
muscular
intent.
vein as he grips his pistol grip, moving forward. Who's the next dude? Zach
Skip
Pierce
Stevens.
is moving forward with his. What is that?
Ego?
It's an
LV?
ego. Yeah.
Ego, yeah. It looks, and it's painted like desert.
No, American
tan,
flag.
but it's tan though, right?
The rotor is.
I don't know. The monitor's a little goofy. I think it's clear to blue, but it does almost look tan, doesn't it?
Ian Steinberger slip and slide into action. He looks like he's sliding into a tall can, maybe playing some speedball. Ian Steinberger in the red zone for the win. That's the next one. He's moving up to press the button. Dave Westman is jumping over an elongated, twisted snake. It looks like an appendix that has just popped out of someone's stomach. After
Can I say that's Dave Westman from London? That's out
ancient.
at Dwayne's Field. That is the brand new snake that you guys see. And if you actually look at the very bottom right corner, you'll see the eyes of the snake, and there is a cheesy.
That's old.
He's wearing evil pants, shooting an angel with a.
That's like
the
a
red
old.
man.
How old's that picture?
That would have been
2000.
99, maybe.
Is that
No,
a red?
no, sorry.
Is that a red squeegee in his hand
He's
too?
got, well, his view, he's got a VL 2000, and it's opaque.
Well, why wouldn't you squeegee in the run? And he's got the angel air as
That's
well
right,
on
sorry,
his
yeah.
angel.
He's got
for
a
sure.
he's got tiger stripe Renegade jersey.
He's
too.
got the evil pack, which
Evil
was one of my
pack.
favorites. The evil pants that were
pants,
the
yeah.
most uncomfortable
And then
pants
he's
in the
wearing a pair
world.
of combat boots.
And that's why he's running. And then he's got the what is that? The tiger
Renegade.
stripe Renegade.
tiger
I
stripe
just-
Renegade.
oh, and he also
Different.
has a bandana because he was robbing
What
a
kind of
bank.
goggle
Is it
that?
Tiger Stripe Renegade?
Yeah, it says tiger-
V4's profiler?
I would
no,
say.
that's a die.
No, they
that's
weren't
a V4.
invented.
It's a V4.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
It's a profiler, a shield.
Sorry, Davey, I don't mean to pick on you, but that was that's a great picture. But the whole point was that's one solid snake, ladies and gentlemen,
We gotta bring
with
those
a
back.
head and a
Agreed.
cheesy black tongue that stuck up for no reason. Joe, that's just
Brett. Brett.
The next one is Mike Wood, and he's moving up on a bunker. So
nice.
he's doing some speedballing, and Bing Nagin is in a building.
That's well framed.
It's well for. Look at that. It's like a picture. Look at. There's water in the background. I wonder where that field is. It's cool. All right, guys. Those are your action shots for August the 10th, 2020. Join us in 7 days for some more action shots. You get more action here than you do at home.
Yeah, there you go.
It's funny because it's true.
There, I'm tagging Dave Westman. Hopefully, it's the right Dave Westman.
Even if it's not, it'll be a guy that's cool.
Yeah, it is. There he goes. So, Dave, if you're checking it out, scroll back. We were just rambling about you. Very good. Can I do something I've been wanting to do for a little while?
No.
We did some sampling of moonshine last week. Can we sample this? I'm embarrassed to drink this by myself, and I don't want to do it under
My
the
wife
justification
drinks-
that I
my
wanted
wife
to try it.
drinks
I know, but that's why I don't want to try it. Like, this is a girl's drink. It's the White Claw.
Sometimes I paint my nails white.
If it's terrible, I can bury it with Captain Morgan's.
Yeah. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So we have pump pictures to feature, which we could get to in a minute if we choose to. We have Prices Right. We
All
also
hands
have a
together.
couple of
you're
videos as
sure.
Am I
well.
going to turn
promise.
into a college
Oh,
girl?
there's-
Put your hands together.
No,
Put your
I
hands
don't care. No.
No, I want you to try a little White Claw because I think you'll give it up easier. I'd like to see if
What's the point of this?
to try it, to sample it, to see if it's delicious.
No, White Claw.
kinda
What,
fun.
what is it?
It's black cherry,
Okay.
sparkling hard
Yeah.
seltzer.
All I have to say is we're going down. We were sampling whiskey a couple of weeks ago, and now White Claw. What the
Was
hell's
moonshine?
wrong with
It's like drinking.
Do you guys want to get a bottle of like
water.
sangria next week too, and like turn into college
Okay.
you?
girls?
Do you want to do our show next week and getting
Gluten-
mani
it's
petties?
gluten-
Could we?
Yeah.
It's gluten free.
So this is like watered down seltzer where you make your own pop, but it's like you've ran out of syrup and seltzer.
What is the alcohol content on that?
5%.
5%?
You could chug that in about a second. No wonder ladies
the
like
allure.
it. That's the allure.
I'm embarrassed to be drinking this on. on
Neb
air.
Nellis says you're hanging with the wrong girls.
This has like 10% of the taste that it should.
Yeah. Uh-oh, Mike Holstrom says, well, I'm leaving the show forever.
Thank you. I
We don't
agree.
blame
I'm
you at all.
Mike, I'm joining you.
I blame Todd.
White Claw seltzer, Toronto.
So Dave
Ontario.
Westman checked it out, and he says the snake tongue was to wipe your goggles. Good point.
Oh, goggles.
Good point.
That's why I got kicked
Yeah.
off the field.
None of you guys cheated on that team. Dave, don't give me that. Your Canadian Impact, they were Canadian Impact.
No,
Express.
weren't they
Express.
the-
Express. I'm sorry.
Or,
Express.
were they the Woodstockers? I
That
guess
was,
no,
that was
Express.
pre-Woodstockers.
After Woodstockers.
No, Woodstockers was
No,
Dwayne's team.
Woodstockers was like
Yeah.
when Dwayne was little.
So that was like the
then it
late
then
80s,
Canadian
early 90s,
Express
and Canadian
came out
Express.
of
yeah.
Woodstockers.
Riveting.
Yeah, I like Dave, but you know what? We can't. Yeah.
Well, Matt, it's more riveting
This
than
is
White
historic-
Claw.
This is
So
historic shit.
It is,
All right,
but may
so-
not be relevant
no, it's just shit. It's
for
not
the entire
historic.
audience.
Robert Hansen summed up what we're drinking. He says it's like a dirty seltzer water that fruit farted in.
Agreed.
I agree.
All
All
right. I'm
right.
going to say that's not a 10-play answer.
Yeah. Thank you, Ryan. You can buy my shirt. It's available. I have no idea. I got this at a gun show in Dallas once. I don't know where you'd find one, but I'm sure you
The
could
NRA
make one.
show or something like that.
You can, if you had a
It was
cricket, if you
it was
had
a
cricket-
meeting, not a show. That's right.
Oh,
It was an
meeting.
NRA meeting.
If you had a cricket, you could make it.
Do you think paintball will, after the pandemic, will actually grow and become big again? Like, remember World Cup, Joe, back in the aughts? We used to go to World Cup, and they would have like tons and tons of vendors, and it was something to behold. And now we're kind of everyone's on a shoestring. Everyone's kind of
on a budget. You know what? I think we've had a lot of people that, and I've said it before, in 2020 would have been, had we not had this pandemic, I think would have turned the industry around. There was so much interest, enthusiasm moving into early January, late 2019. Some of the manufacturers had some new products that not every player would think is innovative, but many players would, like the Stormer, some MagFeds, First Strikes Roscoe, JT had some stuff moving in, and then we got the pandemic. But I'm seeing a lot of people coming out and buying guns. I'm seeing faces that I haven't seen for 10 years coming out again. I think 2020 would have been a fantastic year, but we can push and hold all that off to 2021, which is paintball's 40th anniversary.
yeah. That should be easy marketing next year for 40th anniversary for sure. Yeah, I don't know. This year was going to be great. This pandemic kind of screwed everything, and we had a lot of it's affected a lot of our smaller, great paintball companies as well. Like, hopefully, on the other side of this, we get through this.
I don't
and
know if there is another side. It's going to be a long. It's more of a
Long
it's more of a
rebuild, yeah.
traverse. It's a traverse across.
I
some,
kind of agree with you, but on the same token, I like to put out a positive vibe to kind of continue to encourage people to play and stuff.
keep it positive. Wear a mask.
Yeah, I think the days of the mask, as much as when the pandemic started, I thought a mask would be kind of short-lived. I think the mask will continue on,
It's
much
here
like
to
when you
stay,
see.
man.
I agree. It much like it is in Asia. I think in North America we're going to adopt the mask, but I think people the way they look at the virus when the pandemic kind of winds out a little bit more. I think we'll kind of get back to business as normal, sort of. But I think the masks are here to stay.
And you're gonna see like stores popping up like called Mask Bucks and Mask Hortons, and they're just gonna right beside every coffee shop is gonna be a mask store, a maskery.
So we were. I was chatting with friends about the flu
Which
season.
ones?
The flu season coming up. I normally get a flu shot every year, and I anticipate doing the same. But will it be necessary? With everybody social distancing, everybody, the majority of people wearing masks and sanitizing,
And
washing
you're
their
frequent
hands.
washing your hands.
Right?
Do you need
So
a flu shot?
Will a flu shot be necessary? But
yeah.
Well, that's a really good
I
point.
kind of think this year will actually be the first year I don't get a flu shot.
I've never gotten a flu shot, and I
I
don't.
usually do.
I am of this mind that I'm worried. We have spent so much time locked in houses, distanced away from each other, that colds that were common colds that we used to just slough off because our T cells would be on fire because we were exposed to a lot more than we are now. I think we're going to get hit with all that a lot harder because we have been social distance for so long.
Our immune,
Yeah.
I
Tucked
guess
in
our
our houses,
our
immune
is-
system is not where
Okay.
it was.
When
I
our
think this
kids
flu
go back to
season's gonna be
school,
absolutely
they're going to get
terrible.
annihilated.
agreed.
And
But
it
you
won't
know
be
what-
the
but you know what?
coronavirus. It'll be the common cold.
So
Kids
this
are
winter-
kids are back to daycare already. Those daycares, runny noses, sniffles are hitting hard as they were.
So
before.
since-
I know a guy
March-
that's running a daycare just around the corner from me,
Yeah.
and it's a disaster. I mean, they,
oh, it's like a bush party
yeah,
every day.
So since March, we'll do a survey around the horn here. Since March, when we shut down our province, really, how often were you sick?
0.
not a one.
Exactly.
Twice.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a different precision, though, right? So
Yeah. He sees more people than we probably do.
Right.
I mean, I probably had the sniffles a bit, but not like an actual full blown cold. And
But I
wearing
thi-
a mask every once in a while causes me to kind of have a sneeze every once in a while. But that's nothing.
yeah, with the exception of allergies, seasonal allergies, which is like you don't want to sneeze or cough around anybody these days, right?
I know.
So yeah, that's what the sort of the extent of my ailments.
I
Really.
was in the grocery store the other day and I had to cough. It took away. I'm like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah, I know, because you get those looks.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
not only that, but I was wearing a mask. I didn't want to sneeze or cough into the mask while you're wearing it. It's
But
just, it's
my,
gross.
my hope is that everybody who's wearing masks now, this will increase their dental hygiene. They're smelling
Yes.
your
Brush your
own
teeth, you
crap.
barbarian.
Yes. This is what you've been smelling from you
Sadly, I
jerks.
think it's made me worse because I
Hence the
would
Tic
have
Tacs.
seen the dentist at least once for sure, because I like to go every like 6 months, and so I've missed that dental appointment, and I'm probably coming up close on my second one shortly.
Got a touch of the vitis,
Yeah,
the gingivitis.
yeah. Hey, Neb Nella in the live chat says for the 40th anniversary, wasn't Bud Orr and Tom Kay going to come out with a cocker mag?
We need to have them back on the show to find out.
We do. But yeah, no, as soon as the humidity goes, we get the dry air of the summer. That's when my ovaries bug me. So we'll see if that if that happens to help this year. John Jones says, cheery show tonight.
Indeed.
Yeah. If it wasn't for the pandemic, John Jones, I was going to be over in Europe probably for the NXL Europe
that's
UK event, and I would have actually been able to meet you in person and seen if your profile picture was really that bad, or if it's just the photographer.
He was just catfishing you.
Yeah, he probably found some more handsome lad at the pub, and yeah.
When your PayPal didn't go through, he was done with you.
Mike Thompson says my wife just got us some new electric toothbrushes. Yeah, maybe she's saying something, Mike.
And we'd like to introduce our new sponsor, Quip.
Yeah, do you guys do electric toothbrushes?
Love it.
Yep.
Really?
I do, yeah.
There's nothing
For
better than a
years and years and
brand
years.
new manual toothbrush. When you take it out of the package, you can feel it scrubbing your teeth.
Okay, so I have to stop
We've
doing
had this
that.
conversation.
You
I
don't
like
use
water
hard
picks.
bristles.
Okay, yeah. So I would.
You're not giving away our water pick.
I would put way too much. I would put way too much pressure on my brush,
Yeah,
almost
my gums are like
almost like a barbecue brush.
my
like,
gums
just
are almost in
scraping it.
my gums are almost in my skull. They're so high.
Kevin, you don't have to take the enamel off. You
But
just need
that's
to
what I
clean
was
them.
doing. It's just like, this is all psychological. But no, I need clean. I need to see
Yeah,
blood.
fuck, my
And so
my
the
gums
electric
are-
the electric brushes, if I push too hard, it kills the motor. Right? Oh, I gotta back
So
up. a
they
little bit.
want to put new
Grafting.
gum tissue. So they either take it off the roof of your mouth,
Yep.
or they get it from a cadaver and put it on your gums. That's
Or a
not
pig.
right.
Yeah.
No one said anything about a pig to me.
Yeah,
But they either
they take
take
it
it
from
from a cadaver. Or
If
they,
you're brushing your teeth and it sounds like nails rubbing on a chalkboard, you're pressing a little too hard.
well, we don't.
The new
Yeah.
toothbrushes that we have, if you push too hard, it actually slows the motor down.
Yeah.
It does like a
really?
to let you know that you're pushing
Too much.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Ooh. I like
I
that.
guess
Colson
I-
says great
yeah.
paintball chat. You know what?
I
Mike?
wish what it did is when you turned it on, it would say, "Did you floss first?"
Okay, Mike, you smile and I'll smile, and then we'll see if this is validated. Yeah.
I'm
No,
not-
you're
I'm
right.
not
We
zooming
should
in.
probably move on. Focus, Dwayne King says. Focus.
We're talking.
Yeah.
Well, you don't
Gavin
brush
told me
your
he's
teeth before
hungry
you
and
play
wants to
paintball?
go out
Come on.
after.
What's
For the
that?
booze. Gavin
Ooh.
told me he's hungry and wants to go out after.
Ryan
Not this
says
evening.
the water flosser. Yeah.
Water pick.
Yeah.
I just use my bidet.
If you're in there anyways, you might as well just turn the pressure up and just
One stop shop.
Nice. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching.
Wow,
and thank
and
you for
indulging
listening
that for
our
half an hour.
paintball
We're gonna
chat.
end
Jesus
it. We're gonna end on that.
Remember
Matt's
when we used to
bidet?
have the
That's-
paintball podcast
The
after show?
and that's sort of what we were talking about.
We
Like,
just
this is
kind of
a-
crammed it into the pre-show. So
I think we did that. I think it's a good idea. We just talk a little bit afterwards. We talk
Yeah.
about paintball, then we do the whatever.
Oh, you tease people. You got to log on to I think it was YouTube or Facebook at the time the after show was on.
Yeah.
To see all the extra content.
You know
and it was
what?
just shit like this.
now that we're not zooming, we actually can start putting it back on YouTube, and that's something that we want to do. I wanted to make sure we got through a whole show without crashing.
Can or we should.
What we're going to do is we're going to end the show on a video to see if it crashes.
Oh, good
Right?
plan.
Good call.
And we're going to play you guys a teaser. So, Paintball Media, as you know, has had the history of paintball documentary. If you haven't seen it, you got to see it. It's water cooler chat. You have to know how the inception of this sport started. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it yet, you can download it on Vimeo. Send me a link I can send you the link if you want to send me a DM, or go to Paintball Media and you can pre-buy their 3-disc set and have. The original documentary was like 2 hours and 50 minutes, but this is like 6 hours
6
of all
hours,
the uncut
baby.
stuff. So you guys have to check it out. Go buy it and have it delivered to your house and watch it. You're not only supporting paintball, but you're watching a little bit about that. But check it out. This is something that landed on the cutting room floor. This is something from Leds was talking about a player named Robo. If you guys are in the Europe nation, you'll know him more so than the guys in North America. But check it out. We'll leave you on that in just a second. But before we do that, Gavin, thank you for bringing me your new water pick, and thank you for being on the show tonight.
Always great to talk about dental hygiene and tips and tricks. So
And White Claw.
and White Claw. So maybe that's what spurred this whole conversation. Now we're going to go for Mani Petties again. Thank you so much for tuning in, folks. We sincerely appreciate you guys tuning in each week, and especially liking and sharing the program, because that really helps us out. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure you join us again next week as well.
When we talk about feminine hygiene products that we all know so much about.
That's right.
Ew.
Yeah. And Joe Kimson from Flaggers Paintball.
Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight to Beautiful Behind the Bunker. And don't forget, if you're looking for a midweek paintball fix, we have Mission Tuesday tomorrow night, 5 p.m. till dusk. Come on out, play some paint. Low-key, recreational paintball, sort of mission-oriented, but in the beautiful area of the Republic of Pretendistan. Thanks for watching Behind the Bunker.
And Josh Zubizaburkus.
Yes, thank you all for watching, and as always, thank you to those who actually shared the show and liked it. To the rest of you, you're dead to us, and why bother coming back?
That's right. So good night, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Dwayne King also lets us know that tonight's show is brought to us by Oral-B. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, 4 out of 5 panelists.